My name is Xavier Conley, Saviorconley. I'm from Columbus, Ohio.
Okay, you're from Columbus. Now, when did you play?
I played 2018. I played after I graduated.
Right after
I graduated high school.
Uh-huh.
But then I went back to fix some situations that we had, because we have this program in the city to where you can go back and fix a couple of things, so you can be able to. Yep. So I was supposed to be doing that with Roy Johnson, but we never even got into any type of school activity at all.
Wow. So you were recruited, told that you could still play football again and get the requirements that you needed to get a scholarship or whatever you needed
to go to where I wanted to go.
Yeah, and where did you want to go?
I wanted to go to Florida State, actually, but so much happened. Life changed a lot from then.
Right. So in all of this process, when did you start to realize that it was a scam?
Towards the end, because there was so many people and coaches telling me that, you feel me, it could be a certain way. So I'm thinking that, okay, all right, I could make it. I could, you feel me, work my hardest, do what I got to do, and, you feel me, make it out of there. You feel me, get an opportunity for me to better myself in my life.
Right.
So I'm thinking that, but then going towards the end, the last game, I'm like, this whole season we haven't been to school. This whole season we haven't seen no scouts. So with that being said, I had went back home and told my people this, but my people's calling him. But he's saying I got kicked out.
What?
Same thing he told my mom. I left because I just couldn't do that shit anymore.
So so he's saying you got kicked out, but he never said nothing to you about it.
Never got kicked out. I had left. And then next thing you know, he's telling me, grab all my stuff, I gotta go.
Wow.
When we're staying in a living situation to where we have 17-year-olds on our team that's name is on leases.
On leases for
what?
That's
leases for
housing.
Wow. So all of these kids are
without parents' consent or anything. No parents signed or anything.
That was after I left?
No, that was at the
hotel?
Yes. No, not the hotel. The Griff.
I say, remember I left before the Griff.
You did.
I left when it was still.
Yeah, you left when we was at the hotel. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So after you left from the hotel, how long were you guys in this hotel?
A couple months.
Wow.
I say about how long was you there? Because when I got actually, I think I got recruited and we was there. They was already there. When I got recruited, they was already there. Yeah.
You know, folks from New York and stuff, they've been there for 3-4 weeks before we got there.
Wow, and they're all scrounging for their lives, right? What?
We bringing them to Columbus to make our
I was gonna say, because you guys are close, so you have at least your family you can run home, get a home cooked meal or something like that.
Yeah.
What was it like for people that weren't?
They hours and some change away.
Basically some people their parents were actually involved in the situation, as in for make sure that their kid got everything.
Right.
And
tell them about Ronnie's mom.
But and then some people's mom was there, which is Ronnie's mom, but they was all in the same little scheme together. I don't know what they had in their brain or in their mind or what their plan was for the kids that was going there, but I don't know. I knew not to sign a lease. I know better. It wasn't happening.
So you were on a lease though?
No.
Okay.
My name was never on the lease.
Okay.
But I was staying there.
But you were staying there. So did you know that some of the kids' names were on leases?
Yeah, and I was notifying the kids that. The people that was in the same room as me, I'm like, bro, do y'all see what it says? Y'all have notices on y'all's name that can get y'all's credit messed up, y'all's credit bad. So like I said, we had 17, 16-year-olds on our team, so I'm telling them to call their parents to let them know what's going on. Some of them listened, some of them didn't.
So let's take it. So as far as Roy being caught, is that
like surprising to you?
No.
He should have been got caught.
Like he should have been like he said, he should have been got caught off of just using kids, period, just in the wrong way, as in selling somebody a dream.
Lying.
And telling them that they could be a certain way that you know that they're never going to be.
This your second
going
chance.
through you.
Yeah.
Just all types of stuff.
What was his spiel to you?
Basically, like, cause I grew up with my grandma. My grandma had custody of me. Right now, my grandma's in the hospital because she has some problems. So, the story to me was like basically because like in high school I didn't play all through high school, but I played all little league. Like all little league. I just didn't play high school. I went to Lyndon McKinley. I didn't want to play. It was trash. I'm like, man, I don't want to play for them. So I did that. So then after that, I graduated. So I graduated. I wanted to keep playing, and I wanted to go to college with it. So I'm like, so this is an opportunity for me to get film, for people to see me play, and see how I do. So he just sold me a dream, telling me that I could make film and different scouts would come look at me and I could be able to be on the next level of football.
Yeah. I only talked to one scout.
I didn't talk to none.
And
Zero.
And it was our first game. We went to Pennsylvania.
And I was a player that he was just begging to play every game. Every game just really like, come on, we need you to play.
He was one of the only players playing both sides of the ball.
What?
They had us literally run like a college team. You was only playing one side of the ball, all types of shit, bro. Like, I literally thought, like, I'm like, bro, that's it. Like, I'm gonna be good.
Like the
That's
teams
it.
we was playing and who we was playing, it wasn't like, okay, it's not believable that we could be able to make it from this. You feel me? But the teams that we were playing, we like, all right, okay, we playing good teams.
Playing national ranked teams.
You feel me? But it's no record. Like, where's the record at for everything that we just did?
What you mean, like play the game? So it's just not. It don't even exist. It was basically a scrimmage.
Yeah, like we got video on YouTube. Okay, what is that?
We
You
played
had
it.
no scouts there watching.
I mean, not watching for us.
They watching for the other team, but we doing our best. And I only talked to one scout. That's what I said. I only talked to one, literally, and that was the first game, cause I entered the. Bro, whose son was that? It was a Hall of Famer from Pittsburgh Steelers. I entered his son, and I cracked him. And I talked to the scout after the game. That was the only scout I talked to though.
So, what does this coach? What does he get from it? What does he get out of this?
That's what I've been thinking this whole time though. Like, so like, what are you gaining from this? Like, what are you getting from it? Like, that's what I've been thinking this whole time that I've been back to the situation I am now. Like, so what was he getting out of it? Like, okay, so you got all these kids playing football, all these kids here, you feel me? You got to take care of them. You got to make sure they got food and all that. Well, sometimes that wasn't even that.
Right.
Sometimes it was rough. Sometimes we starving. Like, what's going on? Like, literally, like, I've been to where, like, me and other kids really went to Kroger's because, like, I'm from, you feel me? I'm from the projects. I'm one of them. So, like we stealing. What? We hungry.
Right.
What? We going to Kroger's, filling up the whole cart, pushing it out. We out of here. Yes.
Back to the hotel.
Right back to the hotel. And then we went to the Griff too. Kroger's right across the street. What? We throwing grocery carts over the fence just to take it in.
They know what they was doing.
Cause we ain't had no food in our apartments. It's 5 to an apartment. It's five to an apartment, but it's 5 rooms. No, it's 4 to an apartment, it's 4 rooms. We all got our own room. Each room got a bathroom and it's laid out. It's the Griff. You feel me? It's $800, $900 a month.
That's for Ohio State.
It's other people that was living there I was talking to. That's how I knew how much it was. They're like, oh yeah, I pay like $1 band just to stay here a month.
And I know.
For a 1 bedroom.
I know.
So we got 4. So how much?
We was doing that shit when we was working in the indoor facility. We was at the indoor facility practicing for like 2 months, and then we couldn't go there no more.
Yep. That was it. Just 2 months at the facility, and that was it. I'm like, The facility was supposed to be like something we go to every day.
Every day.
That's where we practice at. Feel me? But we had different places of practice almost every other week.
So
He had a stand in Canal, Winchester, in houses.
Hey, how many places y'all go after?
That's what
Bro,
I'm saying.
we had,
Delaware.
bro, I'm telling you. Delaware, Canal,
I got
the Griff.
I was in a hotel.
That's the only three. No, that's not. Is that the only three? The hotel.
I said the only place I was at was the hotel.
Yes, it's like 3 places. I've been there for a while.
in one season.
I was there for a while, 1 season.
What made you stay?
Huh?
What made you stay?
Cause the feeling that I had about football and the feeling that I had about the players that's there. You feel me? I really grew a bond with people that I never knew.
Because you guys are struggling.
Yeah. That's why I'm still close with everybody we played with. Like it was only like 4 or 5 players from Columbus and the rest of it. It was everywhere around the world. Cali, Atlanta, Florida, New York, most of the players.
And then I'm looking at some of the parents that was like one of the coaches, and his son was playing for the team. So I'm like, yes, he's one of the coaches, and his son's playing for the team. His wife does the food for us, so all type of stuff.
Mitchell.
So
Yes,
Adrian Mitchell.
I think so.
Man, I gotta, like in the back of my, I like to try and take care of people, man. I gotta try and imagine he was really trying to do something and it just fell apart, man. I don't know, like.
Do y'all think that though?
Hell no, I feel like he was on some power shit.
I thought if I tell you I felt like that, I would be lying because I wouldn't be here.
Right.
But at the same time, I could feel like he genuinely felt some type of way about the kids not having the opportunity to do what they want to do. But as in actually knowing that you could give them a better future,
He didn't care.
he didn't care.
He was scared of most of the players.
Because if I know I can't give someone a future that I know that they're striving and wanting for, I'm gonna tell you that. I'm gonna be real with you. Not even waste your time, have you go somewhere or put you onto somebody else that really could get you there. Instead of just pushing them to the side and say that they quit or whatever. Because you just killed their whole dreams. They could go back and be the worst of worst. They could go back and be crackheads after that because you just killed their dream. They could go back and kill someone over that because you just killed what they thought they could do.
My little cousin Dontrell, I got him on my shirt. He had just got out of DY. He just got out of DYS because he had to defend himself, and he was one of the best players in the city. And Roy, he stopped going to get him because he was scared of him because of, he had to defend himself. He had to shoot somebody, but it wasn't his fault. And he was one of the best players, and now he's dead now.
Passed away.
19. He was supposed to be playing football somewhere.
And he played Little League football with me.
That was my little cousin, one of my best friends. He died in January. He supposed to be here playing football somewhere. This is about to be his senior year.
That's a lot, man.
So if it's anything, before we get up out of here, if it's anything y'all want to tell the people right now, what would y'all say? Knowing that all this is in the headlines.
I would say, check into everything before you do it and make sure everything is legit. No matter what it is, no matter what you do, no matter what you strive in life, no matter what you want, just make sure everything is legit and make sure that person is telling you the truth.
And still follow your dreams.
So, what are you guys doing now? I mean,
Surviving.
what
Surviving.
after the effect? After you left the team, what was life for you then?
I still graduated and I went to college for a little bit, but I wasn't feeling it no more because I lost. That killed my motivation, and it really hurted a lot. But I couldn't. There wasn't nothing I could do.
Yeah, like me, I went back to whatever I was doing before I went. What? I ain't had nobody to give me no money or make sure I'm good or nothing. I gotta do that myself.
Before all that.
So now I gotta really do the things that basically my grandma didn't want me to do, but I gotta do that to survive. And I got kids now, like it's over with.
some stuff you just can't take back, and he need to be punished for that.
For sure. For sure.
And I think most definitely why he got me out of there because he was scared of me.
He's scared.
Because I was man. What? And then you got my family looking at.